Yeah.
That's less than basically every single player outside of Enable on FaZe. I mean, that can't happen. You're not going to get a W that way.
Most certainly not. Clayster, 30 and 26, 3 carries and 1 throw, 7 points to his name, most kills on his team. And I'll tell you, man, that control of lobby really worked out so nicely for FaZe. It's what helped them keep possession of the drone on their side, keep the pacing in their favor. And now they've earned themselves a 2-1 lead, but we're going back to hardpoint, and this is what Orbit slapped FaZe on earlier this series.
This is a different map, though. I mean, this is, you talked to Revin, one of his favorite maps. This is a, well, okay, I guess there's 2 points in this, because this is the map where you can really, I guess, early rotation pays off the most on Breakout. But even though you think FaZe would be the best at that because they probably played the most hardpoint, they scrimmed the most, they had the most practice, what did we see happen in the first hardpoint? They were getting out-rotated basically every single time, right?
Yep. They most certainly were. So what can FaZe do now? Do we need a reset? No, I think we're okay.
We're good to go, baby.
Okay.
I lied to you. I totally lied to you.
You did lie. You did lie.
I thought all 8 were in there?
Maybe someone just needed to get something done. It's okay. We'll get right into the game. So we could be crowning a champion right after this map right here if FaZe can clutch up. Either way, look forward to watching these guys play at MLG Vegas in just 10 short days. So much Call of Duty to be had in the end of 2016, and we've already announced so much for 2017. More on the line than ever before. I do believe now we will be getting into the lobby, getting things going. FaZe and Orbit, what could be the final map of this series.
All right. This could be it, like you said. All right, who are you taking? Does it end here? Or we go into a game 5. I mean,
we're going to a game 5.
I want to see a game 5, but I think it ends here. I do. I really, really do. I think maybe the reason we saw them not worried about rotating early is you don't actually need to as much on something like Scorch. But here, I expect to see a more disciplined Clayster and crew. I think they're going to win that rotation battle. I could be making that up. But let's see what happens as we hop into the action. The scanner spawn going to be coming in for FaZe as they're going to push to set up for top hut. Let's see how it goes.
Let's get into the action. FaZe pushing right towards middle map. Flashettes coming out of both sides. And wow!
Well, Raiden says hello.
Raiden's was apparently a nuclear missile that just kills 3 players of FaZe, and that's 4 dead immediately.
And they've got this spawn trap. This is where you want to try and cook them, right? You get them spawning there at the spiral staircase. Force them to push down. That's 4 down again. This is a brilliant start in 0. 4-0 to kick things off.
Yep.
That's exactly how you answer back if you're Orbit, right?
Yeah, no, this is one of the best starts I've ever seen to a breakout hardpoint in all the time I've now watched it. Already 4-0 from 0, 4-0 from Urban, now 5-0, 5-1 from Urban. Beautiful stuff from him, and woohoo, 0 is cooking right now. 38-0. FaZe cannot bounce back from that 3-piece grenade we saw to kick off the game. Dominant first performance on this visitor hardpoint.
Well, my prediction was a joke, at least early on, 48-0.
And they're already.
That's what held the first
They're
hardpoint.
already on the rotation too. They're ready for this.
Let's hop over because you have one coming behind as well. The pinch would have been in for 0. We'll be able to find one before dropping, but now dashing and diving around the outside there. A cell block was Urban.
There we go. FaZe are on the board.
Finally, let's hop over to FaZe for a bit. Zuma, they got to heat up. You know, the confidence is there. Obviously, they feel good after the uplink, but they have got to turn it on. They're getting outplayed right now in hardpoint, which we did not say at all until this series.
Urban and 0 a combined 17-4 off the break in this game. They're also already at a full minute of time between the 2 of them in the objective, doing everything from this Orbit team, and it goes 4 dead again for FaZe. With 20 seconds left, they got that back spawn, so they'll go for one final pinch. But Orbit are completely in control of this game.
Orbit just decimating FaZe now, 60-point advantage. They need to get the energy up, keep playing the way they are. Let's hop to Eliciten, see how it's going.
They got trophy spiral.
That's mine. I'm on trophy on the hill.
Lab. Push me.
Okay, well, when they died.
Yeah, one behind me.
Spawn behind.
No, don't talk. Okay, bro.
Oh, one's behind me anyway.
Lab. Made in lab.
One's here.
He's in lab, he's inside lab.
We can out with him.
Got 2. Nice.
Nice.
Lab.
Let's go. I got you. I got treat.
Two going hill, one more.
Come on.
Guys, to the dead. Nice. 2.
High. Attach, one bullet. I got you. Don't die. I got you. Lie down, I got you.
Nice, alright, someone get on it.
Get hill.
Someone get on it, someone will run it. I'm rotating.
Lab. Hill, dead. Lab. Fire at you, right. Lab. One more.
I'm so weak, I'm so weak.
I got mid.
Coming.
Watch your front. They're gonna push you cave. They're gonna push you cave. Whoever's you come back. They're gonna be other route.
Got me,
They're
got
gonna
me.
be mid.
You're good. I'm gonna keep
I
this.
spun spiral, spun spiral.
They're gonna be far back. They're gonna go far back. Yeah, scorches. Go on. Alive.
I'll go mid.
One's round the back, one's round the back.
Nice, two.
Midweek.
Nice, play. All back.
No, front. More back. Play. Nice, good kill. Jack. Stay alive. I spawn on the back.
One more.
Two. Detonating. I dropped the nade.
One more. He's staying down.
I got one. Last guy.
I got mid.
Nice, come on. Mid in front.
Mid.
I spawned you. Back. All back.
I'm watching that.
Yeah, one's on me.
Then in front of you, David.
Watching you. I got you. Go on. You dead. Last guy.
4 dead again for FaZe. You know, Maven, I wanted to hear how they stacked up in that rotation because they held down Graves quite well. But then moving over towards Commissary, there was a streak that came in for FaZe. They hit from 3 different angles, and you know what? Orbit reacted perfectly. Up by 70 seconds now. These guys want this 5th game.
Every listening we go to, I feel like the lead stays the same, right? It was, 60-70 point advantage when we hop in. FaZe starts to climb back, but by the time we hop out, they push the lead out even more. We'll get back to mid-map, the long rotation around. But let's get right into the action. It's going to be Urban inside, trying to find one teammate there to clean it up. 3 down yet again for FaZe. They're just trying to push it out. You see the scanner spawn coming in for FaZe. 1 in front, 2 in front, 3rd in side loading. Not able to clean up them all, but his teammates there to keep things going. And this is the worst I've seen FaZe be beaten a hard point. I've probably watched, I'd say 30 to 40 hard point scrims for FaZe. Never seen this.
I'm telling you again right now, it's because they're getting so badly outslaved. They're not used to playing like this.
Yeah.
They don't even know where to begin right now. This is something reminiscent of, like, if you think back to the Optic Gaming's in AW Hardpoint, you know, where they could just flood right in and just use their gun skill to break and not worry about the spawns. FaZe are kind of doing the same thing here, and a lot of times they're being out-rotated. They haven't had the spawns for their team. They're down by about 80 right now. This is by no means over, but for a second they were being outslayed by 25 kills. So uncharacteristic of this FaZe Clan squad.
And they're losing the battles again on rotation. I mean, yeah, they rotated too early, but both one-on-one gunfights they needed to win, they end up dropping. So early control should be going over to the side of Orbit, but they're going to do a battle, and they get a close spawn here in the back at least, so they have the nice spawn side, but they need to win some gunfights. There's one. There's a couple outside there on the balcony. Nice slide. Should be able to find the kill. Not able to get the angle, but finally will be able to pick it up. And nice snap onto a wall run as Attach finds 2. And they need, not a perfect hold, it's hard to do it here, but they need to rack up at least 20 more points here.
And the issue is they don't have the spawns. They're having to push through this outer wall run. Thankfully, Clayster is holding off the back door by himself. Attach and crew staying alive. Now they have to rotate back towards balcony. There's another gunfight win. Challenges the second Attach. Fully streaked out on a 7 streak now. Was quiet at the beginning of this game. 10 and 19 start. Now 17 and 19. FaZe back within 50 as they continue to claw back into this game.
This is exactly how the first hardpoint went. Remember, Attach started out slow, then went on that monster spree, and they started to come back, but is it too little too late? You got them bombardment in. I see him kill Enable with these quite frequently.
Oh, gosh.
He doesn't this time.
That's about it. Only destroys an equipment, but hey, he's already pushing this back cave area, so watch these spawns now for the blue team. Unfortunately, both players from FaZe actually die in lab. Thankfully, these Scorchers are coming down at the perfect angle. He actually kills himself with them. Oh no.
God, he only gets 1 inside, too.
No.
So during that entire stretch with Attach going on a 9 spree, they don't really get any time. And the streaks don't lead to any time either. Now as he comes up and spawns flying in, they're trying to rack up some points, but you think during the course of that 2 spree and using some of those streaks that you would get something going, right?
Nope, nothing at all. Still a 1-minute deficit. Urban on a 4-streaker zone gets the multi-kill there with the use of his rewind ability. 10 seconds left for this hard point. Yes, FaZe might get the scrap time, but are they in any position for this comms hill? We'll have to see how they rotate towards it. As Zuma's the last one here. He's got his reactive armor. Does he elect to use it? No. Rated shuts him down.
Yeah, and that's another big kill on rotation. It's what I've said numerous times. When they're rotating out, they're not winning those gunfights. And, okay, that time Zuma probably had 2 players to deal with, so not the easiest situation, but send more on the rotation than if you're losing it every single time. And, you know, they haven't scrimmed against EU teams. Maybe it's a little bit different of a style than they're used to, but still. Now you see Rated bring out the reactive armor. He's able to win 1. They should be able to crack the 200 mark here at Commissary as things getting out of control.
FaZe Clan, who would have thought that in the grand finals they would be at a point where they might lose both hard points to a European squad in Orbit? I know nobody predicted that one. 60 seconds still the lead Joe deciding he wants these last 20, actually pops that active camo, really does nothing with it.
Yeah, it doesn't get really anything at all. Tough to hit those shots in the wall run, especially with a player lying there prone. So Rated backs him up, finds one, tags up a second, and still biding his time. We've got 4 seconds left. Let's check on the rotation now as we're going to start heading out to mid-map. It's going to be Zuma there first, and again, both players. Urban picks up both. 2 players from FaZe pushing in. Every single time the players rotating for FaZe, they're getting beat.
Yeah. What do you do now if you're FaZe? Nothing has been working at hardpoint. You're back at this awkward middle hill. You've just been forced out. A Centurion is now dropped in the hard point.
That could be game.
And Orbit are looking to do exactly what they did back at the start of this game. And Matt is getting a full 50 seconds on this hard point, and they're in a great position to do
and
so.
This is one of those hard points you're not supposed to get a ton of time, and they can't win it here, but they're basically going to put it away, right? And how are you going to get, you've had, what, is this our 3rd hut, and you're going to get maybe 100+ points just in hut?
It's most certainly possible. I'm looking around the venue right now. This is a PlayStation experience. There's a lot more going on here than just the COD IW World League Invitational. But what's insane is there's about 150 now, close to 200 people crowding around this space, watching this grand finals. Whether you watch competitive Call of Duty or not, welcome. This is Infinite Warfare. This is our first LAN event for it on this brand new game. Came out last month. And we're watching one of the best in North America get pushed to a Game 5 by the European superstars, a battle of 2 continents, where Orbit looked to bring home a championship and set the tone for the year of Infinite Warfare.
And we'd be going back to Search and Destroy. You know how insane that game was. Complete control for the side of Orbit until some clutch plays come in for Attach to push it the distance. This Game 5 could be a classic, but now it's going to be camo pop. Enable looking to push in, gets a couple shots in the back of one Orbit player, shots into another, but he's tagged up and eventually dropped. I mean, you still have a chance if you're FaZe, but you just don't need many points.
It's done. They've got the wall run watched.
Should be it.
Orbit have the back spawn held. Actually, they just had someone hit the outer wall run, which might have just hurt them in the either way, but nice rewind. Back to it. Urban challenges again. Such flashy plays from man. 42 and 33. They'll just rotate, and they know they can close this hill now out on Grape.
Let's watch. Enable's your guy that rotates over. First, tries
Nowhere
to get
near
in
it.
behind. And okay, they won a battle in rotation for Cave. That's shocking.
They gotta go quick.
Still one more player to deal with. There's a player in Cave. I don't know if he realizes he's looking around trying to find it.
He just can't see him.
They're
Finally,
playing hide and go seek.
his teammate gets it. 243 to 192. This has been the small deficit in ages in this game, but the issue is one break from Orbit, and this one's done. Play now has the claw. He's going to spray on through. Does clean up one. FaZe Clan fighting for every second that they can get. Play nearly gets 3 with that payload ability, but either way, now down by just 40. They go ahead and know that the flip spawn is coming in.
If they get a perfect hold here, we got a game, buddy.
We do. What I'm more worried about, though, is the rotation towards comms if you're a FaZe fan, because they need to play this one flawlessly. Backs against the wall. Zuma and Attach win both gunfights. 243 to 213, and now Clayster is on the flank. But look, on your mini-map, there is no one near this new hardpoint phase. Know that? They've got to move quick because 7 seconds and this game is done.
And that's
another
Enable.
one gunfight from Enable.
That's huge. Those are the gunfights they were not winning before. The ones in rotation where they were set up early, but now they have to get in. The gunfight's enormous here. They're
team
flying
kill.
through. They win both. Team kill coming in. One more
They've
there for
wiped them
Enable.
out.
They're bringing it back. This would be one of the most epic comebacks we've seen in hardpoint. FaZe coming alive.
And look, all 4 players of Orbit recognize we cannot just charge at that wall run. Let's go for a mid-pinch. We'll see if it works out for him in the end. Pressure still coming in. Enable wins his gunfight. You've now got Urban and Raiden trying to challenge. Zuma cuts him down. FaZe now within 3 seconds. Can they get it done? They've got the back watched. Orbit are getting shut down from everywhere that they push. One final pressure. It's not gonna happen. FaZe Clan with an unbelievable comeback.
Oh my
Are
God.
your PlayStation Experience Invitational champions. Can you ask for a more dramatic play right there?
What, were they down 80?
Oh my God, what a victory for FaZe. And Orbit, alongside all European fans, are absolutely shocked. Draws dropped in the venue. I see the cameras out for people. What a game!
Clayster's hyped up.
Oh my
That
goodness.
was disgusting, and they were getting outslayed so badly. Look at the bombs that Zuma and Attach end up dropping.
Wow.
43 for Zuma, 41 for Attach. That's one of the better comebacks I've ever seen in hardpoint.
It absolutely was. We said it had to be perfect play, and FaZe could trust each other. That was the difference from the beginning to the end of that game.
Yes, and remember, I kept highlighting those one-on-one battles on rotation.
Yes.
They were losing. It was Zuma that was getting gunned a lot. Enable ends up taking over that role, rotating early. You saw 2 key one-on-one gunfights on rotation, and that was a huge, huge part of it. What a first final to kick off Infinite Warfare.
Incredible stuff right there for FaZe as they wind up taking it by 5 seconds. And in the end are your champions here at the PlayStation Experience Invitational presented by the PS4. That was a lot of fun. Let's take a look at the championship bracket again to see how it all broke down. FaZe start the day with the victory over Rise Nation 3-1. Then they move on and wait to see who wins between Orbit and Luminosity, and Orbit looked good. LG were saying that this squad is hot. They have some great strategies, but FaZe, they don't get beaten by them. Overall, a 6-1 map count versus Orbit this weekend. And I can tell you right now, Clay is all smiles because of that.
And you thought for a second this is going game 5. They're going to take both hard points, which I would have thought in a million years was going to happen against FaZe. What a comeback. But guys, it's been an epic weekend, but we got Vegas right around the corner in 2 weeks. 160 plus teams. It's sold out. It's going to be the biggest Call of Duty event all time. You're talking about
the biggest Call of Duty event of all time, and teams attending the Mandalay Bay Hotel and Casino. $100,000 on the line. FaZe will be there. Orbit, I'm pretty sure it's going to be in attendance as well. So do not miss that, folks. What a way to end our weekend. A lot of fun watching Infinite Warfare on LAN. This weekend, we announced $4 million in prize pool for the CWL 2017. Obviously, MLG Vegas coming up.
LAN League.
MLG Atlanta coming up. MLG Anaheim later in the year. The first ever global LAN League with 16 teams from across the world in attendance. And then the culmination of it all later on this year, the Call of Duty World League Championship. It is back again. It's all presented by PS4, and I cannot wait for Vegas in 10 days.
It's been fun, Jack. Like you said, 2 weeks away. We've got Vegas. It's going to be dangerous. It's going to be fun. We'll see you there.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. The Call of Duty World League starts now. Forget about the past. The time is now. Which squad's going to come out on top? Oh my God, it happened!
The fans losing their minds a bit, but I love it.
This team looks like the real deal.
I don't believe what we've just seen in the CWL.